Okie dokie, guys. It's Random Wednesday. You know what that means. We do a random thing on Wednesday. And today we're doing Am I the Asshole? Reddit stories. I really love watching these. Are you guys listening? No, why not do that? So the first story is Am I the asshole for calling the police on a neighbor who keeps stealing my cat? I have an indoor cat who is 5. She's a rescue and my little baby. I also have 3 children, 5, 7, and 10, who have issues leaving our screen door and patio unlatched. I work during the day, so I can't always make sure it is. Our cat has got out a few times for this reason, and my neighbor has had her, and I've had to steal her back from her yard. I took her to get chipped after the last time because my neighbor always denies it's my cat. I have been her, oh, I have seen her luring her in with tuna fish. Well, it happened again. And this time she made sure she did not get outside. We got into a big argument, her and I, because she denied it was my cat. I told her I have her chipped. I have many photos with her. She still refused. After holding her hostage for nearly 3 days, no, no, no. I would have called the cops already. Arguing every single day, I told her I'd be calling the police to get my cat back. We got into an even bigger argument. The police proved it was my cat, and I ended up getting her back. But she threw a huge fit that I had called the police, and now she looks trashy having the police in front of her house. She tried telling my husband we should give her $20 for the cat food she spent, and he was like, "What? You stole our cat." Every time we're outside, she always tries to argue with us, and it's just a lot of tension now. Am I the asshole? You're not the asshole. But if you know your kids are leaving that unlatched and you're working, are your kids home alone? What's going on here? Your kids gotta learn they can't leave that latch open. Maybe when you're working, restrict your cat to a room. If you know she's gonna get out, because you got lucky that your cat wasn't attacked by some predator or you lost your cat, because it looks like obviously it's happened more than once. Um, that lady's a weirdo, and you definitely should have called the cops the same day where she was not giving her back. That is some weird behavior. I would not let my cat be with a crazy lady. You're not the asshole, but if you know that shit getting unlatched a lot, you need to fix that problem. You're just letting it happen over and over again. Like I said again, you're lucky that nothing happened to your cat and that crazy lady. I mean, who knows? Maybe she could have hurt your cat eventually. Who knows? Okay, let's read some of the comments. Fix your patio door and stop talking to your neighbor at all. If your cat ends up there again, don't wait to call the cops. Why doesn't she get her own cat? What a weirdo. You did the right thing. Not the asshole, but tell your kids to keep the damn door closed. I know some 5-year-olds, and they're very much capable of listening to keeping a door closed. If this is real, you waited 3 days to call the police to get your cat back. What is wrong with you? Okay, that's funny. That is funny. Am I the asshole for breaking up almost instantly with a girlfriend because the topic of kids got brought up for the first time? And when I made it clear I don't want kids, she got offended. I'm 29 years old, and I've decided several years ago I don't want kids. They're loud, time consuming, and expensive. I'd rather have the money and free time to do things I enjoy travel, drive nice cars, collect watches. Kids would get in the way of those things. And at my age, I'm not gonna waste my time with someone who has a totally different life life plan. My bad. I'm 29, not 19. It's nothing personal, but long term I realize that there is nothing to gain by us being together. It's not like we disagreed over whether or not we want Italian or Chinese for dinner. Having kids is probably the most important decision you'll ever make as a couple. Um, I don't think you're the asshole because obviously I would like to know how long y'all been dating because maybe that should have been maybe one of the first kind of topics because usually you date to like, eventually marry and whatnot. You're not the asshole. You would be the asshole if you stayed and even though you don't want kids, and I guess she does or is thinking about it in the future, and then like you just don't want them, and then that doesn't happen for her, and then blah 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 blah. Either way, you're not the asshole. You set your boundary. You don't want kids, and obviously she doesn't feel the same way. So I think it's better that y'all broke up. I mean that you broke up with her, so she can find someone that does. Simple, easy peasy. Let's read the comments. Not the asshole. Good job drawing boundaries and not leading her on. I'm assuming she does want kids. One of the comments, you and her probably should have discussed it at the beginning of dating her, but the issue of whether to have kids is basic relationship compatibility issue. You did the right thing. Yeah, it doesn't say for how long. Yeah, so who knows how long they were together, but not the asshole again. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend after he made a very inappropriate comment to my sister? What are you saying to her sister, boy? I'm gonna start by saying I don't think I'm the asshole, but now my ex-boyfriend claims I have been overreacting and exaggerating. I've been dating this guy for 3 years and I really thought he was the one. But today he made me quickly change my mind. I have a half sister, 16. I'm 22. We have the same dad and different moms. We don't look much alike. 2 years ago, my dad developed a severe form of leukemia and he passed away within a couple months. Needless to say, it was the hardest thing my sister and I had to face in life. My sister took it particularly hard. She used to love going to the gym and working out, and she stopped doing so. She also started eating much more junk food and ended up gaining a lot of weight. Today, my boyfriend and I went to my sister's house, and as her mom had invited all of us for lunch. We were eating homemade pizza. My sister ended up asking her mom if she could have another slice. That's when my boyfriend said, "Are you sure you want another one looking like that?" Oh my God. My sister got up from the table and ran to her room. I was in shock. I wasn't able to tell him anything, nor follow my sister to her room, which I deeply regret. Thankfully, my boyfriend and I don't live together, so before he dropped me off at home, I told him it was over. Basically, he can't disrespect my sister like that, especially because he had been there when my dad died and knew how it made us both feel. I tried to call my sister and she won't answer. I texted her mom to ask if she was okay, and she said she's okay and she's not mad at me, but she doesn't want to talk to anybody right now. I'm gonna go over to her mom's house after she's done with school tomorrow and bring her some flowers. I know I'm not the one who said anything, but I hope she can forgive me for not stepping up. I was in shock, and I hope she understands. I don't think you're the asshole because you're saying, are you the asshole for breaking up with your boyfriend? No, you're not the asshole for breaking up with the boyfriend. Um, it kind of sucks you didn't say anything at the moment, for your sister. Also, I wouldn't have gone home like how y'all don't live together and he dropped you off. I would not have let him drop me off. I would have been like, okay, you need to go. I'm not going with you. Like, even if, because I know like if something like crazy happens and like you're just like, I don't know how many of y'all have been in the situation when like something happens and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And especially since she walked away. Sometimes, like, you probably, I don't know, it's like fight or flight, basically. Some people can straight up just say something, and then some people just like choke and they're like, what the fuck? But you're not the asshole for breaking up with him. He's the asshole for being an asshole and saying that to your sister. Who does that? But yeah, that's what a shitty guy. Kudos for you for breaking up with him. He was shitty. Um, hope you and your sister work it out. I'm sure y'all will. Just, obviously hearing that isn't easy. Ole! I'm here, only son. Only son. You can be here, Oliver. I'm not playing. Okay. This one's not safe for work. So if you're a child, it's about sex. Get out of here. Okay. Am I the asshole for being mad at my boyfriend after he got grossed out by me during sex? Let's see. My boyfriend is 20, I'm 21, we're having sex as usual, and I was very aroused, so obviously I was wet, and when we started having sex, he saw a lot of my discharge, which is just natural lubricant that comes out of the vagina on his penis. He immediately went soft and stopped having sex. I was a little surprised because it's just always happened when we have sex, but this time I could see it bothered him. I asked him if he was grossed out, and he responded with yes, a little actually. I was taken aback by this and said that it was normal and that I was just super turned on, and he said, "I don't think that's what it means." I have had a vagina. I have had a vagina my whole life, so I think I know it better than anyone else. So this pissed me off. He told me it wasn't a big deal, but I felt extremely offended. Like he's disgusted by my vagina. Am I the asshole? Edit, no, my partner is not gay. What? We talked things out, and he's admitted to not being very educated on vaginas and was just shocked at how aroused I was. He now understands that women have different types discharge, arousal liquid. We're both still young, so please understand. I don't understand. Let's look at these comments. I wonder what he thinks it means. Probably thought it meant an STI because he has no idea about women's anatomy. Was this his first time seeing a vagina? Sex works because of those fluids. That's just weird to me. You're not the asshole for being mad. I mean, that's kind of what he said was a turn off. I would not want to do it again. I mean, y'all, it says y'all do it often, so has he not looked down before? What a weirdo. That's some weird stuff. Am I the asshole for falling asleep with my sister after playing video games? I, 34 male, like to have my sister, 36 female, over to play video games together once every 2 or 3 weeks on a Wednesday night. It's one of those highlights of the month. We eat pizza, talk, and just chill with my dogs after the pizza's put away. Usually we're done by 11 and she goes back home. My wife has said she's fine with this, and we've invited her to play with us a few times, but she's not interested. My current problem happened last week when I had my sister over. We did what we normally do and switched to watching a show for after a little while. I'm not sure when, but we both ended up accidentally falling asleep. I've fallen asleep with her 100 times before, especially when we were teenagers, and I would watch shows in her room because she had the TV. So I didn't really think it was a problem. We got up that morning and she went home. My wife waited until she had left to bring it up, since she had apparently seen us earlier that morning. She said that I disrespected her by not only having someone over that oh what by not only having someone overnight without asking, but it's her sis. It's okay. Sorry, let me finish. But also by falling asleep with a woman who wasn't her. The first one was fair, and I think I was definitely in the wrong there, even if it was an accident. But the insinuation she was kind of making me really pit. Oh, the insinuation she was kind of making really pissed me off. And we ended up getting into a pretty intense argument. We haven't really spoken since. My sister and my mother have both told me to just apologize to her and move on, but I still feel like I wasn't in the wrong for accidentally falling asleep with my sister just because she's a woman. If it was a friend, I could 100% understand, but it's my sister. And it says what, on the couch? Were they on the couch? Or am I making stuff up in my mind? I don't think. I mean, you're not the asshole, and it's weird that she's saying that you disrespected her by having someone overnight without asking. It's your sister. Does she have to ask? Well, I don't know if she has siblings. Does she have to ask if her sibling can sleep over her mom? Like, that's weird. And then the thing about being a woman, it's her sister. It's his sister. That's wild. Let's read a comment. Red flag of red flags. Spouses jealous of your siblings of the opposite sex are on thin fucking ice in my book. I'd be demanding an apology before we move this forward. It's just unhinged behavior. His wife is insane and so weird. He even said his sister has a wife, which doesn't change anything. Anyway, because they're siblings, for God's sake. What is wrong with her? Is she addicted to porn? Is she addicted to porn or what? Seriously, I can't stand women who get jealous of their partner's sisters or mothers. They end up ruining the whole family dynamic. Yeah, that's weird, bro. I just tried to imagine being jealous of my husband's mother. I can't. The idea is so fucking unhinged and hilarious. He has a brother. Should I be jealous of him too? Yeah, OP. This is unhinged. Just, yeah. Same. Trying to picture myself jealous of any female in my husband's family, and I can't. Even I didn't know them. I still can't imagine being jealous of family. That's just above being jealous of a pet. OP, you don't have a dog, do you? If you do, make sure it's make sure it's in the crate at bedtime. Oh my god. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised I didn't read one where I'm like, you're the asshole. All of them were, you're not the asshole. Maybe in the next one. This was really fun. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize how fun this was. Is that why people do it? I just thought, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's fun to listen to it and it's fun to do it. Y'all should try it. What do y'all think about the stories I read? Comment below. If y'all want me to do more of this, I will. You know, I'm not a fan of reading because of my voice. And I mess up a lot. Like, I see a word. I make up words, okay? I make up words that aren't there. But, that's Random Wednesday. Am I the asshole? Yes, you are. I'm just kidding. That cop that gave me a ticket is. I'm just kidding. Alright, he was doing his job, I guess. Wow, pulling me over saved the world. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of. Alright, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See y'all later. I need a better background setup. It's not very cute, but like this room's also like a kind of little gym. You see the little bench there behind. Holy shit. Behind me is like a leg press, so it's not much I can do. I mean, I could put a background, I guess. Alright, I'm ranting. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Hope y'all are doing good. Bye. Why not do it for random? Was it? I have to look at my shirt. Look how cute it is. Also, I'm in a sour mood because I got a speeding ticket. My first one ever. Ever. In my whole life. Well, Random Wednesday must go on. It's Wednesday. It's got to be random. Okay.